madness? No. This is Transformer of the Week. Yes, welcome to this week's Transformer of the Week, where I'm going to be looking at this guy. This is Mastermind Creations Spartan, also known as Impactor. This is just amazing. Let's just start off here. It's amazing. Now, what Impactor does have, for Spartan, Impactor, we're going to call it Impactor, is a space tank mode. Space tank modes are kind of one of those easy go-to. It doesn't really need to look like anything to actually be successful, but you know, it's adorable. It's an adorable tank mode. Apparently it's based off Metal Slug or something from a computer game. I'm not familiar with that reference, I'll say that straight. However, it seems to me that whatever the computer game is that referenced it have also in turn used the Bonaparte from New Dominion Tank Police as a kind of basis. That is just a very sort of like Bonaparte tank mode to me, and I like that. Dominion Tank Police is one of my, I really like that anime, so anything that references that, even though it's like a roundabout way, really gets me excited. And as the Mighty Grimlock pointed out on the Transformers Facebook, YouTube community Facebook page, I'm going to put those words in the right order, it does look a little bit like some kind of futuristic rubber duck. And once you see that, quack, 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 you can never unsee it again. Yeah, thanks for that, Stu. However, I don't have a problem with that. It adds to a certain level of adorability to this tank mode, which is already quite cool. It does remind me a lot of animated Blitzwing and, like I say, Bonaparte from New Dominion Tank Police. Now, articulation in this mode. Now, there is a full rotation of the turret, but it's hampered by these pistons. So the pistons actually block off the movement, and I quite enjoy that because it's kind of like, why do I enjoy that? I don't know. It's like trolling. It's trolling articulation. It's like, hey, we could have had 360 on this tank mode, but actually, design choice. We'd rather have these pistons there that block it off. But you know what? We like the pistons, so there you go. You're not going to get articulation. The turret does go all the way pointing up, all the way pointing down, so that's quite cool. And then he's got these little side cannons that come out, that can pivot out. Blast, 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 blast. So they're, quite cool in that mode. So, all in all, I don't think it looks really what your tank mode looks like in last time on the records, but it's a space tank, so it's close enough. With the space tanks you've got a lot of leeway with. But being a Transformer, it does transform. So, let's get on to this. Transformation, I'm not the type of guy who likes to use instructions. If I've used an instruction on transforming a transformer, I feel like I've failed in a way. I prefer the challenge of just being able to just actually get this thing transformed. And it was packaged in robot mode, and the first transformation I had to make was turn it into tank mode, and without not really having a frame of reference of what I could see the pictures of what it's going to end up looking like. It was still quite a challenge, and I enjoyed the challenge. It's there's lots of swivels and turns, and you need to get this thing. When I get into robot mode, it has a hell of a lot of articulation, and it utilises a lot of that articulation in its transformation, and I really enjoy that. It's kind of really a complex, puzzle, as it were, which sometimes Transformers should be a bit of a puzzle, a bit of a figuring out, and it was an achievement once I got everything locking into place in the end. So basically, you've unfurled all the tank treads and you've turned them into a pair of legs. So that's the get-go. So now we've got this body to sort out. So if we unswivel those bits there, unpeg that bit there, and then we can kind of get, let's see, you have to lift this. There's a special order to do things in. And so mostly it's getting things out of the way. So I think if we explode the arms first, there is in the box there comes with a peg that goes there that helps these arms peg together in vehicle mode. It doesn't need it. Really, it doesn't need it. The arms stay there quite well on their own accord. So it's just one of those things that it's an extra bit you can lose, which you don't really need. So it's in the box. It's still in the dart bag. It's never been opened, like quite a few of these accessories. So we just need to wrestle this bit out here. Once that's done, we will be on to the final phase. So there's an axe to it. There you go. So that bit comes back there. Now it does have an auto articulation here. There's a rotation there, there's a rotation there, and there's a rotation there. So there's like 1, 2, 3 bits of articulation in this, which becomes the robot's chest, and you need to get each bit rolled into the right place for it to transform right. So it feels quite Rubiksy. That word, Rubiksy, in its transformation. So it's quite enjoyable, that you need to get that bit there, and you go up, get everything into its right place. You can flip his cannon up with it, and then open up this chest section, pull out the head, make sure that clicks into place. Now, you turn bits down, then just swing this around. Is that the right way around? Yeah, that's the right way around. So swing this around, and it's on double. So there's lots of different hinges and levels that you need to do this on, like I say. So it's quite a complex puzzle, but it's quite satisfying. So we get this. Everything in its right place, every hinge moving to the right level. So let's just get these arms, the arms plug into the side. Like I say, it's I have looked at the instructions. Well, actually, I've not looked at the instructions since. I first did it, my first go. And then I watched some videos after that to see if I was getting anything right. I was getting everything right. Not everyone's getting any of this stuff right in the videos I've watched. But the instructions come with a little comic book in it, which is nice, but I've looked at it briefly, and it's like, it's for a not transformer to transform, and I don't really care for the being fictions of this guy is Impactor from Last Stand of the Wreckers. That's what he is, and kind of writing a fiction about a character that's not the character that this actually is. You know what I'm saying? It's just another interpretation, but. And there he is in robot mode. Look at that. Transformed him, and he can hold his pistol while he's in on one. He doesn't need to, take that pistol off. One of the main niggling points, I think, these bulldozer blades have a tendency to pop off when you're moving it around. But what I tend to do is, knowing that, when I'm posing them around, I tend to have my thumb on the dozer blade while I'm moving it about. It makes a minor niggling issue great. Not great, but it subsides a minor. There's a minor issue, there's an easy way solution. That's it. His cannon can then now take out, and we can plug it into his side, onto his shoulder. So that can go. It's on a. You can rotate and it's still on the up and down, so you can go at a nice jaunty angle, which is cool. So articulation on this guy is absolutely fabulous. You know, he's got the usual ball jointed head, which is just, you know, lots of side tilts, lots of back, a little bit of down, but you know, all in all, that head is heavy articulated. You know, he's got his shoulder going in and out, twist, double jointed elbow. You can waggle his harpoon. He does come with a drill and another hand, but I don't think I'm ever going to use those. A harpoon all the way, me. I'm team harpoon when it comes to Impactor. On the side of his wrist, he's got like a ball jointed wrist thing there, so he can get a lot of waggle onto his wrist, and a swivel, and also the same elbow articulation there. He holds his gun, but he doesn't. He's got like a grasping hand, so when he holds his gun, it doesn't really look like he's holding a gun. You know, waist articulation. He's got plenty of stuff in his legs. There's lots of different turns, so you know, you've got 2 different thigh swivels. So to actually get it to move around, you can do a lot of different stuff on that. Every one of these joints is tight. The tolerances are absolutely excellent. You know, you shake it around, nothing moves, and that to me is just really impressive. I've not, you know, but I've started getting into, you know, third-party toys last year, and there's always something that's loose. There's always something that's like, oh, I wish they'd worked that out better. This guy, other than those elbows, is damned near perfect. Ball jointed and swivel on his ankles, so he's got like a, you know, important ankle pivot. He's got toe articulation, and he can flat out those blasters there. Pistol toes! Who else has pistol toes? No one has pistol toes. Impactor has pistol toes. And that is just absolutely fantastically great. Cleans up fantastically. I mean, that is, yeah, it's a space tank mode, so you know, you've got a lot, you know, you can get away with using a lot of bits to actually make bits of robot, and you know, you don't need that much jump. But look, you know, those legs are just powerhouses. There's no gaps there. There's no, you know, like bits of hollow areas that these gone, right, well, we're just going to leave the hollow area here for whatever reasons. Oh! Mastermind Creations have done a stand-up excellent job with this figure. It might be hyperbole, it might just be the fact that I've been waiting for this figure for nigh on 30 years. But I'm just going to say this out there. This is the best transforming robot figure there's ever been. Let's sink in. You know, some of you might be thinking, is it a hit? Is it a hit? No, it just impacted on the surface. That was a joke. But no, this is the best figure I've ever had. That's out there. I'm just so enamoured. It's just so well made. It's just so characterful. It is. I just can't get over it. That's how good it is, and I think that's it now. This has been my grail for, you know, 30 odd years, and that's it. That's why it's this week's Transformer of the Week. It's the best fucking Transformer that's ever gonna be. Till next time, join me on Transformer of the Week. That was a good point, but it felt like a downer, didn't it? Anyway, till next time, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes.